Am I the a-hole stories? Am I the a-hole for refusing to share my son's gift from family with his stepbrother? Hey, I really thought this wouldn't be an issue, but I'll explain the situation quickly. I, 39 male, have an 11-year-old son with a chronic condition, D1D, since he was 4. He currently has hearing impairment, which is a problem that occurred not too long ago. Hearing aid prices are high and I paid a lot of money, although I'm struggling financially, but it was a necessity since my son needed it. I also constantly deal with many issues aside from that. I got married to my wife a year ago. I have a 14-year-old stepson. He's doing well in school and he's perfectly healthy. This year's holidays, we stayed at home because my son was a little sick. And we didn't get to see my family. However, they contacted me later on to tell me that, since I'm struggling and haven't planned for my son's future being busy with all that's going on every day, his grandparents, aunts and uncles, decided to open and contribute to a $529 college savings plan to give my son an opportunity for a better future, and let him afford the costs of college. I never asked for money. My son always got toys and clothes on whatever occasion. But my family talked about how important education is, and seeing how much I'm struggling with my son's health issues, the family got together and decided that this will help a lot. It's my son's dream to be able to live a normal life. And so, he was so happy when he learned about the family's gift for him. My wife started talking about how unfair it is for me and my family to treat her son like he's not family, and that my family displaying favoritism by taking care of one kid's education and ignoring the other, and said that I should split the money between them. First of all, I wasn't aware of their decision. I didn't ask them nor plan for this with them. And 2, it's a gift from them to their grandson. I don't get to tell them how to spend their money, so for the argument with them about why they didn't include my stepson isn't valid. It's their decision and it's very generous of them, since my son's been through so much. My wife argued with me and said that her son heard about this gift. I'm not sure, since he never brought it up, nor seemed upset, and he'd resent not just me, but my entire family because of this. I asked her what was I supposed to do? Decline the gift and deny my son an opportunity to go to college? We argued about it over and over. She ended up telling me that I should never accept anything from my family unless it's for both kids. I was so mad I left for a couple hours to cool off. It's like she has no idea how much my son would benefit from this gift. And my family said that this is for him, not me, so I don't think it's fair for me to say no just because my wife thinks they're playing favorites. Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole, they're helping out your sick son. Your selfish wife should do some research into this illness he has. Exactly. I can't stand in the way of them helping. But my wife says this is a clear case of favoritism. I don't know why she'd think that. No. All they are doing is helping him have the same opportunity chance has given your healthy stepson. The fact that she is jealous of a child with an illness is worrisome. Exactly. Son's life circumstances were unfair in a way that stepson will never experience. If OP's wife is determined that everything must always be fair between them, OP can suggest she go ahead and permanently deafen stepson, and then give him half the money. Fair does not always mean equal. Your wife is off base here. I wonder if her son had been given a college fund, if she would immediately think to cut it in half and give it to your son. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I am grateful for those kind relatives of yours who want to make your son's life a little easier. If you had started this fund for your son, with nothing for stepson, I could understand wife's feelings a bit better. But the fund is a gift, and it is based on a family's concern for a child with a disability. Your wife qualifies as the A. This right here, if she's trying to claim money that's not hers, she definitely wouldn't share what she's given. Now for the next story. Am I the a-hole for being upset at my sister getting my college fund money? Hi, I am 17 female, my sister, 21 female, was always a rebellious child but never got in trouble. Our grandfather left us both funds for college in his inheritance. The only catch was, to actually go to college. My sister was the party animal and she got pregnant at 18, my parents took care of everything, she still lives with us with no father in the picture. I wanted to start looking for colleges now to be better prepared, but turns I have no money left. I'm literally sobbing while writing this. My parents took my entire money and gave it to my sister. I raised this issue on Christmas, and I'm being blamed for ruining Christmas, and not loving my niece or my sister. I told them yes, I really hate each and every one of them. I feel like an a-hole for that. My parents have offered $10,000 in exchange to calm me down, but that amount was literally $80,000. They are now telling me that I'm greedy. Please Reddit help me? Am I really the a-hole? Should I take what they are offering me right now? Because according to them, this what they have got. Now for the top advice. Not the a-hole. If your grandfather left it to you in a will or any other legal document, you may have grounds to sue for the money. I can? If it was in the will, go ask legal. I am strongly recommending you go straight to an attorney, and not approach the legal subreddit. Many of them are armchair lawyers that do not, in fact, practice law, and will use that forum to judge people, based on their own prejudices. It's not only happened to me, I was attacked and told I was legally helpless while my daughter was being repeatedly threatened by aggressive dogs, for years, and I could do nothing but move, and how dare I ask anyone to leash their free-roaming animals, and many others. The mods do not enforce their own rules about comments and are not helpful. Ask an actual attorney in your area. There is also the chance at least one of them or friends or family is on Reddit, and will recognize or keep an eye out for your post, which will display your locality, and alert your parents to the possibility of legal action, which will warn them to cover their tracks. As an actual lawyer, this is the best advice. I can't tell you how often I see incorrect advice on Reddit in general, let alone that sub. Not the a-hole. Be mad at your parents. They stole your money and now they're gaslighting you. If you can, you might want to contact a lawyer and see if any laws were broken with the theft of your inheritance. You may be able to sue for it back. It will burn bridges, but these bridges need burned anyway. Either way, cut these awful crooks out of your life the second you have the means to. I can't sue them right now, they will most likely kick me out and I have nowhere to go then. Now let's read the next story. Am I the a-hole for telling my step-siblings my sister isn't their family, which is why she never gives them gifts or takes them places? I want to try and keep this short if I can. I, 15 female, have 2 half-siblings. I have a sister from my mom and a brother from my dad. My sister and I are incredibly close. She's 27 and we have been extra close since our mom died when I was 8. She and my dad aren't related. My parents only had a brief thing and had me, so she and my dad never had much to do with anything, and they've had some issues regarding me and her role in my life. But she has visitation rights to me. My dad got married 5 years ago and I have 2 step-siblings. My stepsister is 9 and my stepbrother is 7. So, they know I have a sister, and they know my dad has a son that has never been around. I never actually met my brother and he has no interest in a relationship with me, and he has no relationship with our dad. It has always bugged my step-siblings because they want the older big sibling who buys them stuff and takes them places, so ever since they accepted my brother would never be part of our lives, they have obsessed over my sister. This is something my dad and sister fight over, because he doesn't want her taking me and leaving them, and he doesn't like when she buys me things and doesn't get them anything. It got really heated this Christmas, because my sister got me this really great gift and booked an unspecified date weekend at this cool water park whenever things are back to normal, so we can have sister time. My step-siblings were really upset and jealous, and they asked why they couldn't go. My stepmom told me I should pass on the weekend with my sister to spare their feelings, and she told me to share my other gift with them, because they're younger and don't deserve to be left out completely. It got to me, the asking why my sister doesn't include them, and I ended up telling them that it's because they're not family. She's mine through my mom and that's why we know each other, but they don't know her or get anything from her. They got upset and wanted to know why she wouldn't want to adopt them as siblings. Now I'm in hot water with my dad and stepmom. She told me I was mean to them, and didn't need to rub it in their faces that my sister rejects them. Am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. It sounds like your dad doesn't want to include your sister as family, and sticking the blame on you to guilt trip you. It's on your dad and stepmom to blend the families together, not you. My sister didn't really want anything to do with him either, so it's pretty mutual, but they don't really have a reason to connect. They were never really in each other's lives. I would just appreciate if he stopped trying to interfere in my relationship with her. Not the a-hole. Their mom is being lazy by failing to explain your family situation to her own kids, and doubly so for not explaining to her own kids their own family situation. It is kind of jaw-dropping that they are ignorant of that. Also, she's being insane if she thinks that her kids are entitled to your gifts. She's just dead wrong. Also, you should really be taking this up with your dad since he's actually your parent. Don't be shy about telling her she's not your mom. This lady doesn't become your boss because she's banging your dad. Not the a-hole. It probably should have been explained to them properly by your dad/stepmom, so they could understand from a younger age, and so you wouldn't be in this awkward position. Yeah, but they weren't going to do it, and it was getting old having the same issues come up all the time. Now for the last story. Am I the a-hole for not getting my children to apologize? I live with my wife, 39 female, my 2 kiddos, 11 female. One of my daughters is autistic, the other is adopted and came from quite a difficult background, so they both need a bit more attention and care than most kids their age. I was taking a walk with my 2 daughters yesterday, and my biological daughter got a little overwhelmed, and did her usual coping mechanism of sitting on the ground sucking her thumb. My adopted daughter always gets stressed out when her sister is upset, so she was also sitting on the ground cuddling her. I'm trying to comfort them both while also trying to keep them away from the yellow snow that they're coming dangerously close to lying in, when we run into someone we know. She's the mother of one of the kids my daughter goes to school with. I wouldn't say we're friends, as we have very little in common aside from that, but we have a decent amount of rapport. Seeing the situation, she asks if everything is okay. I told her it was, and just that they don't really handle crowds and noise very well, but that everything's fine. She reaches out, pulls bio daughter to her feet, and asks, very kindly but a bit intensely, if everything is okay. Bio daughter really doesn't like being touched by strangers, and breaks away to cling onto me. Friend tries to hug adopted daughter, who does the same. I'm having a bit of an issue processing all of this. I have autism too, so I take a few seconds to react, and by the time I've taken everything in, my friend has her hands on both of my daughters, quite tightly, and is saying how rude they're being. I snap, and start shouting at her to get her hands off my children. She starts crying, runs off. Later, she sends me a Facebook message. She apologizes for what she did, and says that her oldest daughter had died a few days ago, and that seeing my kids had triggered a lot of negative emotions in her. I apologized back to her for cursing her out, and said that if she needed any help with anything to message me. She said what would really help, was getting my kids to apologize to her. I responded, copying and pasting for full disclosure. I'm really sorry, but I don't think I can do that. I know your actions were understandable given the circumstances, but at the end of the day, my children reacted the way they did because there was an adult putting her hands on them without permission, and I don't want to teach them that it's wrong to break away when someone does that. I'm really sorry for all the pain you're going through. My brother passed away a few years ago and I was a wreck, and if there's anything else I can do please let me know. She responded with, unbelievable, and blocked me. Am I the a-hole? At the end of the day, my first responsibility is to my children and I did what I thought was best for them, but I maybe should have been more responsive to her pain. Now for the top comments. Absolutely not the a-hole. She harassed and basically assaulted your children when they were upset and overwhelmed. They did nothing wrong, so they don't have to apologize. Grief isn't an excuse for horrible behavior. Grief isn't an excuse for horrible behavior. This should be on posters. People always act like they get a free pass for being a-holes by saying, sorry, I'm just having a bad day / my mom is sick / my aunt just died etc. Not the a-hole. You don't grab someone else's kids, and then get mad when they react negatively. I don't see anything wrong with what you did, and you seem like a lovely parent. Not the a-hole. She overstepped every boundary your daughters have. She is the one who should apologize, and I mean, with sincerity. She apologizing and later proceeding to ask your daughters to apologize to her was like, I'm only going to say sorry because I want them to say to me too, not because I really think I did wrong. She was an adult touching 2 kids without permission. Your daughters have nothing to apologize for, and you acted really well telling her so. To be fair, I think her apology was sincere, but thanks. And that's it for this video guys. If you have thoughts to share, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this content. I'll catch you in the next one. Good day everyone.